And now, presented by Little Debbie's. And these fine candies just in time for the holidays. From Maryland, it's the first annual Searchies! Salutations and welcome to another idea of content, because my sanity is secondary. Just an idea I had after watching Kizu stream the video game awards and seeing Last of Us 2 walk away with everything. Unfucking deservedly. Well, fuck it. I'll make my own award ceremony. Blackjack and hookers optional. I don't need either one of those. That's fine. It's fine. Yeah, I just had this idea. I'm like, okay. Just taking it upon myself to honor those who kept me a little less insane during quarantine. Thus, the Searchies. Chosen by a party of one, and I'm it. Again, this was kind of haphazard, so I don't have, like, a lot of nominees for some categories. Only get maybe, like, 6 or 7 categories. 4, 5, 6, 8 categories. Okay. At least this award show will be brief. It won't take up, you won't feel like you wasted an hour or two. My first award is for Best Twitter, because I'm on there quite a bit. This is a huge shout out to somebody who, kind of put into so many words how I felt about, anti-maskers and the like, and all the stupid shit that goes on in America. This one bartender on TikTok. But I found her through Twitter. I forget who it was at first. Like, somebody clipped, like, one of her TikToks, and then I found out, like, she had an account. I'm like, oh, she just does this on the reg? I'm like, dude. Like, just this month, because she is a bartender, and that's, like, a hotbed for, like, COVID and stuff like that. Very, very dangerous at this time, from what I understand. Don't know if she's back now. Again, hotbeds and all over the place. It can be a nightmare, but she's amazing. Like, I feel like if she would have ripped me a new asshole, I'd probably just smile and say thank you. Like, I wouldn't even know how to act around her. I'd just be like, eh. But yeah, there were a couple of nominees for this. I think I have them listed. Persona Paradise was up there. Christina Tasty. Just because I did fan dubs for both of them, and I like their content as well. Dangerous Bride. Good artwork on that. I want to do a couple of those sometime down the future. Maybe more fan dubs with that. But for me, the best Twitter's got to go to Emily Lyon. At Emily Lioness on Twitter. I noticed this down here. Not followed by anybody I'm following. I at least hope to fix that. Seriously. I mean, I'm not a big drinker, like, at all, but just, I don't know, she fascinates me for sure. Ripping assholes a new asshole so they become double assholes, hitting them harder than the twisted teeth of the skull. Know how much I enjoyed that video. Now, this one I don't have any nominees, but I think for Best Celebrity, which is my next award, like, it's someone else who kind of put into words about anti-maskers and politics. But more notably, like, when the quarantines began, this comedian went above and beyond, who had a television show that ran on Fox back in I think it was like late 90s, early 2000s or so. Ran for like 2-3 seasons. He put out all that on his YouTube for free. All of his comedy shows on there for free. And he would found a way, like, later on to, like, do a finale of the show. Been a fan of his for the longest of times, but I just gotta give a shout out and a search to one Christopher Titus for Best Celebrity. Here's another one that I don't have much in the way of just because I think it deserves its own category, but Best Song, Best thing I didn't even know I needed until I found out it existed maybe like a month or two ago. Coheed and Cambria's Jesse's Girl 2 featuring Rick Springfield. Yeah, a sequel to a song I never knew I needed until I heard it, and I was like, yeah, Holy shit. This might be a way for Cody and Camry to try to get on all them easy listening stations, maybe, just because. And hey, more power to them if that does happen. But yeah, if you haven't heard the song yet, you're missing out. Look up Jesse's Girl 2. You'll be able to find it on YouTube. Easily enough. Alright, Best YouTuber. Couple of nominations. Once again, Christopher Titus TV. Blade Striker, who I check out a couple of times. He does a lot of streaming. Shibuya Gato for her contributions for and hosting the Millennium Microphone, which is a bi-weekly podcast about old Yu-Gi-Oh! Episodes. But I'd be remiss, even though I'm not subscribed to the channel, 1.8 million subscribers in 3 to 4 months? That's godlike. So I have no choice but to just surrender and give the... I was going to give it to one of my people I actually do follow and more familiar with, but this year belongs to Gargora. Just based on that feat alone, I would be remiss if I didn't give it to Gargora. Much deserved. Put it on your trident. Hopefully. I don't know. I came up with this. I don't know if you can put that on there. What would be a search be? Just a bust of this head or something like that? Best show I've watched this year, which I don't do a lot, and I don't know if that's going to be like a recurrent thing, because I don't really have don't really sit there like TV that much nowadays, but for a time, I did give AEW Dynamite a try. Miraculous Ladybug kind of held on that later season. Like, I didn't expect it to go that deep. And Thundercats Roar too, but again, they kind of shot themselves in their own foot. And like I think I've said it on other people's Twitter and Twitch streams. I'm like, they kind of spelled their own doom with that Teen Titans crossover. I'm like, this looks like something that's gonna bite them in the ass. And if they get canceled, I'm gonna point to this and go, yep. But for me, best show I've seen all year, and I'm sad to see it's gonna be leaving soon already after 3 seasons, is also getting hit with cancellation. DuckTales, the 2017. Yeah, I just binge watched that on Disney XD. Didn't really give the original DuckTales that much, so I didn't expect going in to like this as much, but a lot of people say, hey, this is good. And I was like, okay, I got time to... And yeah, I even know some of the older stuff. I've seen maybe like bits and pieces maybe of stuff like Goof Troop. I'm a big watcher of Darkwing Duck, so when I saw that, I'm like, all right, I'll give this a try. And then I watched some of the other episodes. That's what got me into it to begin with. So yeah, and I stuck with it. So yeah. So DuckTales gets the search for best show of the year that I watched. I gotta do the big two, which is, the snacking for Renoa of the year, which, again, with quarantine, kind of limited my choices where I couldn't do as much shopping myself. Like I was out of the place I worked at where I could get that easy food maybe March. The only ones I can remember off the top of my head were Sour Patch Chips Ahoy and the Reese's miniature cups with the pieces. Like, I don't like the big ones with the pieces. The little ones works for me for some reason. Maybe it's because they're like the same size in a way, so you get like an equal amount. Yeah, respect your portions. But since moving to Maryland, I gotta throw it up to the Capital City Mambo sauce. I'll put this on everything. It's not quite ketchup. It's not quite Man-Watch Sloppy Joe sauce, but it's like somewhere a derivative of in between in a way almost. But yeah, it's apparently a big thing in DC, Capital City. But yeah, just due to its versatility, I think this one's it. Only good thing DC ever made in 2020. And be honest with yourselves, we're not celebrating Biden winning, we're celebrating Trump losing. There's a difference. For my last reward, but certainly not least, I say that the biggest for last, the best game I played this year. A lot of nominees for this one. Like, I went through my whole year, I'm like, okay, I did this. How much did I like it? Does it deserve a nomination? Down the list, I got Real Bout Fatal Fury Special, probably my most favorite, I would say. Like, I know 2 added stuff, but just the feel of special and everything, I liked it a lot. Shakedown Hawaii, which I picked up, and the only reason I put it down was to, like, make recordings, make the edits and everything, and get it up to recording. And it's like, okay, it's up, let me get back to it and do some more. Just one of those old games you can't put down. Yeah, sequel to I don't know if it's like a direct sequel, but I'm pretty sure it was made by the same guys like V Blank Entertainment for Retro City Rampage. But yeah, I didn't expect that game to hook me as much as it did. Yeah. Senran Kagura Burst Renewal. Let's put that up here because that might be the last Senran Kagura game I played. Another one that I kept in and just kept doing videos for. Cyber Dimension Neptunia 4 Goddesses Online. Like, out of all the Neptunia ones I played that year, I think that one shines out. Digimon Story Cyber Sleuth Hacker's Memory. Like the first game. I think I still like the first game a slightly better. Second game had some good stuff for it, too. Enough to get it a nomination. Gotta give a nomination to Bloodstained Ritual of the Night. Like, seriously, if that's enough for me to go back and play it like 2 more times with other characters, for sure. Also, gotta throw it up to Dynasty Warriors Gundam 2. As much of a pain in the ass that was, I still sought after the LP it for a reason. This guy, I was able to stream it to finish it off in the year, so I had time to do other games like Parasite Eve. That's a game I played this year. King of Fighters 11. Always been a big fan of 11 just because of the characters and everything looks like with the color edits and everything. And Citizens of Earth. That took me a while to complete. Probably would have taken me as long, again, because of just milling about and just finding things, but that's kind of what you want in RPG, to be able to just, like, freedom to explore, and maybe a little too much freedom for some people. So that's how I felt earlier when But again, all that stuff, that's on me. That's all on me. I'm not going to fault it for any of that. Like, that alone deserves it. But clear winner in my eyes, after nominating all of that, just as far as terms of, like, the expectations and just, like, grandeur and the volume of the game and just how much I didn't expect it to be as good as it was, and then it got even better. But for me, the best game I LP'd this year is Fairy Fencer F Advent Dark Force. Like, for some reason, I just can't deny how grand that whole adventure was, and then to come back and have, like, the added stuff to it as well, and do, like, 3 different stories and everything. That game just, I kept going more than it needed to, and just never felt like I was, like, being disappointed or let down by any of it at all. It took a lot of spin on characters I come to know just in that quick amount of time. It just shows what a good remake is, too, in some cases. Because Fairy Fencer F, I played the PlayStation 3 one myself just to get trophies. I think it just does the one story. It didn't have, like, I don't think it had, like, recruitable Lola and stuff like that and all those mystery dungeons and everything else. So, those added stuff DLC. It had some DLC, but not, like, to the extent the second game had. The remake. But, yeah. These are your winners for 2020. Now that I kind of do this, I kind of want to do it again, but hopefully I can keep track of everything now more. That I've made this a thing, I can do I can do a whole year now and just, like, go over and, like, really, really drive this home. But yeah, I just wanted to, in a way, to help celebrate. Yeah, you gotta celebrate small victories sometimes. You gotta, develop a love for the mundane just to keep yourself going, especially in these times. Much love and thanks to the nominees. Much love and thanks to all of you for continuing to watch after so many years. Hopefully you enjoyed this little award show for the first annual Searchies. Hopefully be back for a second annual one sometime again next 12/31 2021, or whenever I can do it earlier than that. Who knows? But with that said, take care. Thanks for watching, and have a happy new year.